And
Yeah.
Nessa's on, Deb's on, Celeste's on. Hi, Celeste. Okay, you guys, without any further ado, I know she's going to do such a great job training on this. And we talked about it a long time ago because she had this really wild and wonderful week out of the blue, like $3,500. I'm like, what did you do? And so, you guys, let's give it up for our trainer tonight, Kelly Moore. She's going to teach us how she had that fantastic week. All right, you're on, girl.
All right, I don't know how good I'll be, but we'll give this a shot. And so, it's a lot like what Kelly and Sandy do. I'm sure everybody has done at least one Facebook party, so I don't think it's anything new. But basically what it is I did it over Christmas, so right after we had our what do you guys call it? Black Friday, Pink Friday, Pink Friday now. Yeah. So after we did our Pink Friday, then we did our open house. And then right after open house, I just rolled right into what I call was a 6 days of Christmas sale. And I'm gonna share my screen and get started with that part, maybe if I figure out the bug in here. All right, bear with me.
And
Okay.
Sandy, I mean, I keep saying Sandy because I was looking at her. Kelly had some really good news, you guys, after our last. I didn't know if you wanted to share that, Kelly.
What's that?
Your good news about your results of your tests.
Oh, yeah, I can share
Praying
that
for you.
too. Yes, everybody was praying and I greatly appreciate all the prayers. I ended up going in and having all 3 tests done at once. And so I had a mammogram that came back with positive results of an unforeseen item in there. And I have extremely dense breasts. And so when it comes back on your mammogram, it says, you know, you have either normal tissue or you have dense tissue. Mine came back very extreme dense tissue. And so my doctor, you know, kind of explained what all that was. And it's no news to me. I had breast cancer when I was 18. And so I had been in remission for 30 years and thought, you know, if this is what, you know, is going to happen again, then, you know, I'll just, you know, play that card when it comes. And so I ended up with a diagnostic mammogram again over at the hospital this time. And after they found what they were looking for on both sides, then they did an ultrasound and I had to wait. And so the doc looked at it there and was like, you know, we're going to just double check and make sure that it is nothing. And so I did a biopsy right then and there. While I was waiting for the results of the biopsy, then they wanted me to have a breast MRI done as well. And so after I had the MRI, I got the results and everything was benign. I just have multiple cysts on one side and I have a fibroid adenoma on the other, which is basically just a fibroid tumor instead of a cyst. So it could grow, but it'll always stay benign, she said. So it wasn't something for me to worry about. And so yeah, everything was good. God is good.
Hallelujah.
And, yeah. And so now I just keep living.
Yes, I wanted you to be able to tell your story.
Yes.
Sorry to
So,
take you off guard here.
yeah, because I wasn't available. Yeah, that following week.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just appreciate all the prayers and everything for that. So it was great. And so let's see. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. All you're seeing is just the social media screen. Okay. Just making sure. I'm like, I see one thing, but I don't know what's showing on the actual screen. So yeah, I did a social media 6 days of Christmas, and on these cells you can do it as many days as you want. As outrageous as you want, as 12 days of Christmas, you know, or you can do, you know, just a 3-day quick, easy For me, it was 6. I've done an 8-day in the past as well. So like this slide shows that's an 8-day. But you can choose how many days you want to do it based on your time and everything. The good thing about when you do it in an actual group instead of a page, you can always schedule all your posts out. And so I like that option of having my Mary Kay VIP page, and I just schedule them out. So I'll do all my Canva slides and stuff in advance and have it all ready to go. And then I'll schedule it like one at 8 a.m., one at, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just to hype up, different things, whether it's a game or information or whatever. And I just schedule all my posts throughout the time. And then I'll go live usually twice. And so the first thing I do when I do it is I will post on there, and let people know that I'm having a Facebook party. It's going to be the Christmas party. And so usually it says, just for you, this is a private sale. And so I tell everybody, hey, head over to my VIP if you want in on this sale, because you'll get all the information and prizes and all that through that rather than my regular Facebook page. And so I'll tell them, how many days I'm doing it. So on this one, I did a 6-day Christmas sale and thanked them, for supporting my business rather than corporations to get all your Christmas presents and stuff. And then I'll tell them what the rules are. And so on the Facebook party rules that I do is the little picture on the right-hand side. It says, this is how it works. And so I'll post a new picture every day, and they have to comment underneath that picture of what they want. So what item they want, how many they want of it, and what colors that they want. And then I'll also post my link to my Mary Kay so they can look at those additional colors, because one little picture doesn't show all 28 colors that we have of eyeshadows or lipstick colors and glosses and all that. So I'll usually just put a couple pictures on there and then tell them what it is. The idea is to get them interested in doing it by putting in there that each cell is only available until midnight that day. So that way, when they get into it, they're like, oh, I missed that. I will have to make sure, tomorrow that I don't miss it and comment before midnight. And so as soon as I start getting the comments on there, I'll have my invoices on my desk and kind of lay it out. And so I'll have everybody's invoice when they comment, what they're ordering. And so I can keep track that way. And it just keeps me organized, and so I don't miss anybody's order. And then I'll always go back the following day and recheck, make sure I didn't miss anything when they comment. Or if they comment late, I'll usually send a DM to them, hey, I got that, I saw you posted it, at 7 o'clock, this morning instead of last night. I'll honor it for you, but just let you have till midnight, the day of each order. And then let them know all the orders are calculated at the very end of the party. I'm not doing, calculations in the middle or each day. In that way, there's only one shipping charge. So just hold on to everything. I'll send you an invoice at the end of the party, and then get that information over to them. And then a lot of times if I know the person or they know me or whatever, then along with doing the invoice and stuff, I'll also get their credit card information. So that way it's quick and easy at the end of the party when I close it to just go ahead and process those orders. And so after that, then a lot of times I'll tell them, hey, I have a raffle going on as well. And so there's be a couple bonuses, keep an eye out for those bonuses. And so, one lucky winner will be receiving those based on whatever it is. So on this one, it was every day that they ordered, they got entered into the drawing. So if you ordered 3 days out of the 6 days of Christmas sale, then you got 3 entries. If you did all 6 days, you got 6 entries into there. And so I would keep track of, how many days that they ordered and what items they ordered off of each day. And then I want to get them excited. So depending on how long the sale is, I will usually put a little countdown of, who's excited. Your sale starts in, 5 days. If it's a 12-day sale, usually I'll start 5 days out. If it's just a quick sale, anywhere between 3 and 6 days sale, then I'll usually just start with 3 days. And so here's a couple of the ideas of different ones I had. So I think I have like a snowman one, I have the reindeer. And so I'll be like, who's excited? Are you prancing with excitement like Prancer? Or are you dancing like Dasher, or Dancer? Or I have the gnomes, because, gnomes is my thing in the Christmas. And so I have a lot of the gnome ones. And then when it comes down to the last day, I'll usually say something like, hey, your sale starts, tomorrow. So I'll tell them, it starts in just one more day. And then I'll redo the rules again. So it's fresh in their mind of here's the rules again. Just remember, if you want to order for that day, make sure you comment below the picture. And don't forget it ends at midnight every day. So you want to make sure you get that comment in before the end of the night. And then I'll have the first day of the sale. And so this was the first one that I did. And so you can do your sale based on however much you want to give away as well. And so for me, I had a lot of product of certain things, and then I had very little product of different things, and I didn't know how easily everything was gonna sell. And so I just picked certain ones since this was my first year doing a Mary Kay sale, that I was like, well, if I buy a lot of it, everybody else will buy a lot of it. So for this one, I did on the first day of Christmas, my consultant gave to me anything for your eyes. And so you can also pick however much you want to give the discount away. So if you want to just do 10% off, you can do 10%. You want to do 25 like I did, you can do 25. I think there's one day I had a surplus of I think it's day 2 on here, that I had a surplus of the satin hands sets and the limited edition sets. And so I did 35% on those days just to move product. And since I had so much of it, but yeah, you can just pick, whatever price point you want to go at. For me, it was easier to always be able to give them what the price is as well. And so what the regular price is 14, and you're saving $4.50, for this item. And so it seems like a lot when they see the actual sell price on it as well. And so I just picked different things that we were able to do. And then I also put my link so they could be able to see what the different colors is as well. So since I did eyes, I put eyeshadows, but of course, only 2 colors would fit on there. So, they have to go to the link to find all the other colors that they would add. And then same thing with the liquid eyeshadow, eyeline corrector, the eyeliners, mascaras, any of the mascaras, and so on. And then they would be able to comment. And then, like I said, I would have the invoices already on my desk, and I would just write out as people were ordering. My Aunt Kathy, okay, she wanted to order, 6 different colors of eyeshadows. And so I would write each one on her invoice, and then, go to the next person, and so on. And then on the next day, I would do, on this one, it was hands and feet. And so I did everything that we have for hands and feet. And so, like I said, I had a surplus of the satin hands. So because Kelly and I were gonna do a pampering, hands and foot massage thing. And we didn't get to before the holidays, because I just had surgery, in August. And so I wasn't up for, doing an in-person party. So I was like, well, I'll just sell them in my sale. And I did. At 35% off, I was sold out of all my satin hand stuff right away. So I did my next order based on what I got from people ordering from this one. And so for this one, I just did everything for your hands and feet, and there's, more than just what the pictures was. So they were able to click on the link and be able to see, more stuff in there. And then I threw in a game, and so it kept him active of it, it's not just the sell, but here's, a guessing game. And so I think I did 2 guessing games out of the 6 days. One was the bathtub, and then the other one was the lipstick one. And then I just found the brush one, so I'll use that for my spring party, just to, keep my VIP page active and, excited for things that come up. And so I would throw in a game in there for them to guess, how many in there. And then I gave away a prize on one of the games. And then the other one was just for interaction, just to keep people, commenting and interactive into my Facebook page. And so then I went to day 3 and I said, my consultant gave to me everything for the guy in your life. That's right. Mary Kay is not just for us ladies. And so I had several people order, things for the guys. And so I posted everything that we hold for the guys. And so all the different pictures shows the 25% off, for the aftershave gel, the regimen bundles, the hair and body, limited edition set that we had for the year, as well as any of the colognes. And so I had one person say, oh, I can get the most expensive cologne for only $42. Go ahead, give me 2. And I was like, really? Okay. Thinking, oh, that's usually what, our cheapest one cost. So they bought the most expensive one just because it had that sale. And so I was surprised by that.
Can
then
I ask you a quick question, Kelly? So this is brilliant, these games. Like, where did you come up with this? The
So
games.
this is something that I've seen on other, direct selling companies that would do stuff. And so I just put a bunch of, pictures and then just copied the picture into the bathtub. Like I did the one with the bathtub with our oil-free makeup remover. And I just said, guess how many are in the bathtub? And then just copied it in there, and then had everybody guess on there what their closest was without going over. And then I just knew how many I had copied the picture of.
Oh, that's amazing.
Kelly, I have a quick question too.
Yeah.
How did you do your graphics? Is it on Canva or
on Canva? Yep.
All of it's on Canva.
Do it all on
And are
Canva.
these like slides, or they're just graphics that you save onto your computer?
This
So
is
you
a
put it-
slide right now, but all
okay.
my graphics are regular Canva graphics. And so I just took the graphics and made the slide,
Oh,
for
okay.
today. But all the actual pictures like this
Mm-hmm.
is in Canva. So this
Okay, that's
picture for
so
him
good.
is a Canva one that I just take the different pictures off of my my app and would screenshot whatever the item was and then just do it in a different direction or whatnot, and then add the text to each of it. And then my little gnome was part of my premium service. And so I had the gnome Christmas that I was using for another direct selling that I do. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to use the same one and just take my Norwex pictures out and I'll put Mary Kay pictures in now. And so I used the same gnome ones twice. One for my
Awesome.
Norwex and did that at the same time. And then with my Mary Kay one. And so it was pretty simple. So I have all of them now saved in my Canva. to use for different years. The only thing that will change probably is prices, and so I'll just have to update the prices for next year. Or if I do
Awesome.
it like Christmas in July is usually when I do these type of sales, and so I'll do, hey, it's Christmas again, but in July. And so it's my halfway mark to boost up some sales.
Awesome. One more just quick question. Did you only advertise on your Facebook VIP, or did you like send out flyers to your friends, or how did you let everyone know?
I did it just on my Facebook. And so I put it out on my Facebook, and then my family and friends back home, because a lot of that's where my family is back in Colorado. And so then I would have my sister like put it on her Facebook, and then everybody would go from my Facebook to click the link for my VIP group, and then get into the group itself.
Thank you.
So then after day 3, was my halfway mark. So then I gave them the answer, and whoever got the closest, I would do, congratulations, Sandy, you got the closest without going over. You won, whatever gift it was that I was giving away at that time. And then did that. And then, I went to the day 4, and so on this one, I did anything for the face and body. And so that was anything I put time-wise or repair, and it didn't have to be the whole set. You could do single items if you just needed specific single items. In any of the masks, body lotions, body wash, shave, all that. So I did anything you wanted for your face or your body. That was either time wise or the repair set. And then my sister asked about the clear proof, and so I was like, oh, I guess I'll add that. So that was my last picture that I added in as well, because she wanted, all my nieces to be able to buy that one. And so there was a couple extra little ones that I was like, I'm still new at this Mary Kay thing, so let me figure it out. I'll get to it. And like I said, you can just make it whatever, pictures or things that you think are going to sell, the best, or what your clientele purchases the most of. That's what you want to kind of give those little discounts for, that, hey, these are going to boost up my sales. This is going to get me over to that next, threshold that I need, or whatever. Or power up your sales. And then I would give, this is one of the ones I stole from, my consultant, Kelly, about all the information, because Kelly's always good about posting all the information about Mary Kay stuff. And so this one I said, this one you get 25% off for pampering your no-me's. And so that was everything from, the young girls, where Kelly was, saying, the biggest thing girls wanting for Christmas is skincare products. And so I was like, oh, this is a good one to add that post, to this one. And so I gave a lot more information of, hey, if you're buying your girls, something, make sure it's backed by, something that's going to be approved and good for them, rather than, harmful, especially to young kids that, always want, makeup for Christmas or whatnot. And so I added the little blog that Kelly posted in there for that one. And then I gave an additional 5 entries into the raffle if you booked a party. And so this is usually the day before I close the party. I was like, hey, if you're ready to book a party with me during this sale, I have several days open up in January. So if you book a party with me for January, you'll get a special prize from me. And then you'll also get 5 more entries into my drawing at the end for the Facebook party. And so I put that on there. And then on the last day of Christmas was everything stocking stuffers. And so I did 25% off on anything I thought, you know, could go into a stocking, whether it was the satin lips or the hydrogel patches for under the eye, you know, the makeup removers, any, you know, colognes or perfumes, just small things. And then of course our new dynamic wrinkle, you know, lifter, limiter. And so I added that in there for 25% off for stocking stuffers. And just got people's response of, you know, if you had something in your stocking, what would it be? And so they would, you know, answer, and I was like, oh, great, because you answered, you know, well, I'll give you 25% off that item. And so it intrigued them to, you know, start giving me ideas as well. And then we were on the last day. And so after I did my first 6 days, on day 7, I would make sure I tallied up all the comments that people had put on there, made sure I didn't miss anything from their thing, and put them on the little wheel for their prize. And then I said, just real quick, hey, this is like a little bonus deal. This is your last chance. So if you miss something on day 1, which, you know, several people would say, you know, oh, really wanted, you know, these mascaras, and they would add it. But of course I would say, you know, well, it wasn't part of the deal because you commented, you know, 2 days late or whatever. This gives them an opportunity, which I thought is kind of cool, to be able to go back and, you know, see if they did miss anything. Well, now here's your chance, and here's all 6 days. You have until, you know, midnight tonight. This is your last chance to go through and add anything else that you wanted. And so a lot of the people that did miss something on one of their other days went back and would comment on there of, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm glad, because now I'll order 3 mascaras, or, you know, I needed, you know, 2 more lip glosses for my, you know, nieces or whatever. And so they would add all that stuff in there. And so on that post, I would do the last chance, you know, to go back now, as well as posting all 6 pages originally, so they don't have to actually physically go back. They can actually look at it from this one post and be able to comment on, you know, whatever picture it is that they want. So if it was from day 2 and it was the satin hand set, they can just comment under the satin hands one. Yes, I want the lilac satin hands, give me 2 of those, or, you know, so on. And so it was kind of like a little surprise to them. And it boosts up my sales, obviously. And then I would go ahead and do the game, whoever won on the game, as well as I would go into my little prize wheel and put all the names in there. And I would usually go live and be like, okay, you know, here's your go live. And click the little thing so they can see the little prize wheel, you know, go around and see who wins the prize for however many days they were on the sale. Make sure everybody, you know, got entered in there. So if, you know, say Vanessa ordered every day, she got 6 entries, but then she also booked a party, so that gave her 5 more. So now she has 11 entries in there. So I would make sure everybody had all their entries in the prize wheel, and then just, you know, do the prize. And then on the right as I was closing, I did another bonus at the very end, and I said, you know, the Nomio, I did the gnome this last year, so I did the gnome, not the Santa. You can pick whichever one you want. But I did the gnome one since it matched all the rest of the gnomes, and I said, Nomio says you have one last bonus deal. And so for that one, I did just 10% off. of everything that wasn't already on the sale. So since everything else was, you know, either 25 or 30 to 35% off already, there were several things, you know, in the book that was not on sale at all. And people asked, you know, for specific items throughout the sale. And so I was like, oh, you know, how about I just give another discount? And you don't have to. It would have boosted my sales up more if I, you know, price point wise, it would have been better for me. But since I was doing so well already, I was like, you know, what's another item off? And so 10% didn't seem like that bad. And so I did a little last bonus of 10% off everything that was not on my regular posted sales. The only thing is they only had until 5 o'clock. So that way I could get all the orders in and invoiced out to everybody and then be able to be done for that day. So I basically, my 6-day sale ended up going for a whole 8 days. And if I kept it to just 6 days, it's a little bit easier. But since this was my first one with Mary Kay, I have a lot of ups and downs of what to do better next time. And you know, sticking to some of my stuff. But it also helped boost up my sales. And then at the very end, I closed the party, texted and invoiced everybody either by email or direct message or by a text message. Here's a copy of your invoice. If I missed anything, let me know. I can add it. And then when I got the email saying orders were being shipped out, then I would post on the VIP page. Thank you again for all your orders. I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday. And orders are on their way, so be on the lookout. And then I'll always follow up, you know, when I get the little notification that it was sent or that they should be arriving. Hey, it's showing that your order is arriving. Just make sure you check everything. If you're still missing anything, then just let me know and I'll fix it and whatnot. And so that was my little picture for their orders are on their way with the little sleigh and all the packages. And then that was it.
So Kelly, did you send it all from your inventory or did you do CVS or Easy Ship?
Some of it was CVS and a lot of it was from my inventory that I had already had.
Okay, okay. So then you said you just charged them one shipping charge?
Yes.
What was your shipping charge? Or does depend on what the size of the order was or?
It depends on the size of the order. I think some of it, like the CVS, I think was a flat rate of 14
Okay,
dollars for them out in Colorado. And I think if it was 150 or more, then I did $9.99 straight shipping out to them from mine.
okay.
And then of course, if they were local, then I just delivered myself.
Okay. Did you get a lot of new customers? Like, did you tell your customers to invite other people in there?
Yes. And so I had 6, I think, new customers that were not part of my normal VIP page since I had started in March of last year.
Okay, this is so good. I know April always does a Christmas and July sale. And I love this idea.
I think it's great too. And I love all your graphics and the way you posted it and, you know, scheduled it and just everything is so smooth. I've never done anything like that. That is really, really cool. I think it's really nice. Good job and great training as well.
Yes,
Thank you.
excellent
I'm
job.
so red.
You have really beautiful blushy cheeks.
Thanks.
You did
I
amazing.
was so nervous.
So
did
you came up with all the graphics on Canva, then you just have them all saved and you'll just change prices and do the same thing over again?
Yep.
Okay, I love it.
Hey, Kelly, will you
Yeah.
tell everybody, if you don't mind sharing, what your totals were for that whole event?
I did not. I probably should, and that's one of the things I learned of people that were kind of on the fence of whether or not they joined or not. Is whether or not it was a successful and how hard it was. And I was like, a lot of times, Facebook is really easy. You don't even have to see the people. And if you post, everything where it's scheduled in a VIP, group versus your regular page, it doesn't take a lot of time. You're really just posting it all in advance. And then all you have to do is just remember to go back and check everything, so that you keep track of your invoices. But yeah, had I probably went back and, told people, hey, thanks, this was the best party I've had, making, $3,500 worth of sales is really good. Maybe people would have been more like, oh, well, if it's that easy and yeah, you can make, quick, easy sales, then I probably would have had more people sign up, back in December.
It's never too late to tell them how much you did.
Yes.
Follow up. So on you said you did 2 lives as well.
I did 2 lives. Yeah, one was for the game, and then another one was for just doing my makeup. So it was a whole cleansing since I did the face. It's Mary.
Ah, Mary, I love it.
I did a whole cleansing one as well. Look how easy. It doesn't take a long time, And so that was my sister. She was like, "Oh, well, put the clear proof on there. I'll do that." Yeah.
Okay, and did you pre-record it or
I did
like
because I was not used to it. And like I told Kelly, I get too nervous doing everything that I feel like, I'm gonna mess something up or forget part of my routine. And so I did it several times and then was like, okay, here's the best video. And that was my go live. On the game one, that was simple. And all I did was just go to I have on my computer, it just shares the little, I think what it's called is spin the wheel. And it's just a random, spin the wheel. It's free. I'll show you guys what it looks like here real quick.
so you were using a group, not a page in Facebook.
Yep.
And you pre-recorded it like on your phone, correct?
I pre-recorded my go live, yeah, was
On your phone.
a
So
video.
how did you make it go live when you put it on the post?
So it just showed as a video instead of an actual live.
Okay.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
While you're showing your screen, is there any way you could go back to your first 3 slides? Or is that a pain in the butt for you?
Yeah.
After you show
No,
us
I can go to.
Okay, thanks.
I'm excited you were doing your mask, Mary.
I know. I
Skin
need
cycling.
Getting these little bumps, these underground bumps
Grounders.
down here. Yes, undergrounders.
While she's doing that, I do want to give Mary some recognition,
Oh.
not just for putting her mask on tonight, but she had over what, $540 in sales last week?
Oh, fantastic.
520 or 540.
540, I think you said. But anyway, she had a great week. So she was actually our queen for last week, and I wanted to recognize her, even though it's a little late in the day on today, the meeting and
I was
recognition
late.
portion.
Thank
But
you.
I just want to give her a shout out for just consistently, doing more. And was that a party?
No, it wasn't. I
Okay.
did have a facial. I had a facial with a new customer,
Okay.
but the rest was just orders.
Gotta love it. You've built
Yeah.
a customer base now.
And they love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me cut in on you, Kelly. Did we lose Kelly?
Oh,
Oh,
Her screen.
oh, well, yeah, I think we kind of did. I mean, it still says she's there, but she's not there.
Yeah,
Not have any video of her or anything,
I'll
so she
text
probably
her.
lost her connection.
I'll text her real quick. Maybe.
Yep, she's still on here.
Trying to talk, but it's coming in pretty.
Here, let me do this. Let me put it on a different, gallery.
Yeah, and Kelly, it's breaking up. I can tell you're trying to talk, but
She says she's gonna sign back in.
Okay. Anybody else have good news this last week?
I just wanted to say really quick while she's signing back in, since we're doing so many things on Canva, I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I'm wondering if we should create a Canva account specific for like our Mary Kay stuff, so then we can all have access to the all of the the documents that we all keep making, because like, you know, with some of the ones we've done for invitations and different things, how you can edit it and put your information in it, where we have like templates and stuff. I'm wondering if maybe we ought to create a Canvas site for that, so we all have or everybody has their own Canva, and we make the templates and make them shareable or something along those lines to make it easy so we can duplicate it, because screenshotting them works sometimes, but then if like you're changing the date or it has somebody else's name or something on it, then the screenshot doesn't work. So maybe we need to have all the templates up in Canvas, so then we can all share them back and forth, so we don't have to like reinvent the wheel.
Doesn't Heidi have one that she's done that with? I don't know.
Hers is her personal one, and then she does the premium account. Elizabeth is on it, and she uses Canva a lot for her jobs and is great at it as well. I don't know if they have like a group account where we could do it. We would just have to share it.
Yeah.
Unless we took the files and put them in maybe a Dropbox and had one Dropbox account, but I don't know. We'll have to talk about that, but I love the idea, Kelly. That's
There
awesome.
is a way on Canva where you have teams, and so
Oh,
then you
cool.
have different teammates, and I don't know if you can access the teammate one on the free version or if that one has to be the paid version, but we can look into that and find out. And if it's like the paid version or whatever, what we can do is we can just kind of do what we've been doing, where you can just share the template out. That might work as well. I know on my Canva, I'm a team member of my sister's, so I can't add any team members to that account. But Heidi, if she's paying for the pro version, which I believe she is, she might be able to add account like team members to it. And gosh, it's pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $140 for the whole entire year. And so maybe we all, if we want to participate and be on her team, you know, maybe we all pitch in like $1 or $2 or however many it needs to work out to for that. And we can figure all that kind of stuff out later. But it seems like Canva is the way to go. It's just seems like every platform everywhere is using it. So
I love it. I was thinking the same thing, like, how can we get this accessible to everyone? Because
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, because we can screenshot it or we can post them and stuff, but then that doesn't edit it if it's got the other people's information on it. So
Elizabeth, can you hear us? Again, she's one of those gurus like Heidi. I don't know.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hi.
don't know because I've always had a professional account. But yeah, I've worked with different vendors and they give me access to their designs. So you
Mhm.
can share designs. We would just want to make sure that everybody understands that a template is a template and you copy it to your Canva account.
Right.
You don't mess up the template that we've set up there
Yes, you have to
because
save
then
the
it messes it
copy.
up for everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm surprised actually Mary Kay doesn't have something like that already set up for us with some templates.
They
'Cause
might, we just don't know about it yet or haven't figured it out or found it or whatever, but
Yeah, I
we
haven't
can
found
research
anything.
it. Is there a way, Elizabeth, to lock the template so the template in and of itself isn't editable, but the person can only copy it and make a new one?
There might be now. Back when I was first getting lots of templates from work and we were sharing them, people were messing them up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could try to set something up and see if we can get it going.
Okay.
Thanks
Because
for
I'm
letting me
making a lot of
volunteer
my own.
you.
I'm making a lot. I know I'm making a lot of my own designs, and it would be easy if somebody could clean. We could submit our designs, and somebody could kind of clean them up and make them generic, and then we could, each person then puts their contact info and their pricing and stuff on it.
Cindy said
Yeah.
she thinks there is a way to do that, so.
Yeah, there
Take-
should be by now
Mhm.
to lock them.
So Kelly, we got you back now.
Back, sorry.
There she is.
Too many screens open. And so I can go back to those first 3 slides. Is that what you wanted?
You were getting ready to share something else, and now I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, that's what froze my screen was the little spin wheel thing.
Oh,
So
the spin wheel.
I had to
Okay.
close that in order to jump back on. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, here is the first slides. Well, yeah, the first 2 slides are the coming soon, is the sale for you, and then the sale rules. And then the next one was the Christmas bonus. Every day that you order in the sale, you'll be entered into a drawing. So an entry for every day that you order. And then the next ones was the countdown. Sorry, I don't remember who asked about those. Is that answer your
Mary.
question, Mary?
Yep, that was me. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, and
That's
Kelly,
awesome.
while you were logging back in, we were having a conversation about, finding a way that we can stockpile all of our artwork that we all create in Canva to share. And Kelly Dark suggested having a team on Canva. I think that was what she called it. And Elizabeth used to use Canva all the time for her work. Heidi's not here, but I use Canva, but I'm slow. Takes me a while to get things created, and I don't know that much about it, and I don't pay for a pro version. So if you have any more information about that or ideas on how we can all share what we create and make it so that others can have it and edit it with our
Sure.
information and stuff, please share.
I don't know much about it other than what I pay for my pro. And then there's a professional one that's more expensive. But yeah, who's the one that did the one for the open houses, Kelly? Was that Heidi?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Heidi probably has more information on what that was and to make sure everybody, makes their own copy. Because otherwise it changes everybody's. And so when you go back in on your own Canva, it'll show whoever had it last of all their information. And so then it messes up the original. And so you have to go back and edit the whole original. What I do, I don't know about sharing that, but so with Norwex, since I do pay for the pro on mine, I made all the gnome ones under mine. And then everybody that wanted to use it for the sale, I think what we did is we started a group for that, and then everybody helped me pay back, my time of making it, and then pays to help me keep my pro in Canva
Yeah.
available. as well. And so I charged $20 per person that wanted to use all the sale ones. And then all they had to do is change whatever, how many days they wanted to do it, whether it was a 3-day or 6-day. Mine, I think it says 8 days on it, was the reindeer originally. And so I think I had 24 different Norwex, other consultants that helped pay, you know, for my time to do that for them. And then all they had to do is just change the bottom, because we have to put our name on ours, where on this one, I just left it where it just says Mary Kay Senior Beauty Consultant. So I can always take beauty senior off as well, so everybody can use them. But each one will say just Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant, you know, or whatever you want to adjust it to, just Mary Kay Consultant, or just, you know, Senior Director, whatever you want to have your bottom say. But that way I didn't have my name on all of them. So whoever wants to use them, you know, you just change the bottom line or take the line out altogether. That was one
I
thing.
think that's
It's
totally
not
appropriate.
specific of you having to have all that information, where other direct, you have to have very specifics.
I think that's totally appropriate too, that you recover some of the costs, because the amount of time that
It
it
took a
takes.
lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's
I
why I
mean,
said, when I do it,
One of, you know,
takes me
you did,
forever.
yeah, you do the picture was one thing, and then I had to, you know, do all the different colors as another little, you know, and screenshot each one and add it to my Canva, screenshot, add it to my Canva. And then, yeah, and then place them all so it looked nice and overlapped with each other and all that.
No, you should get paid for that time,
Yeah,
because
I
that's,
have experience doing it now, so, and they look good. They look professional.
yeah, it's really good. I
Yeah.
would love to find out, where did you get the spinny wheel thing? Is it just something that you looked up on Google, or, because I know Heidi's done that too for some of the drawings that we've had.
Yeah, it's just on my Chrome, and so I
Okay,
think it's just spin the wheel randompicker.com or something like that.
okay,
And so it's just saved on my computer because I use it so for so many different groups.
okay.
So Kelly, when you, how did you get people in your Facebook group? Because I have the Facebook page, but it's hard to grow. It's slow to grow, I should say. So how did you get enough people in your group to make this worthwhile?
So I have, I think, 200 people in my group itself. And so when I first started Mary Kay, I would post every week of, hey, I'm just a new consultant. If you want to join my VIP page, I always will, you know, do different sales. And then people would, I put a link of the actual group on my main Facebook page, and then they could click on that and it puts them in, and then you just accept or invite people to, and then those people can always invite. I have it open to invite. And so like my sister has, you know, her coworkers and a couple of her friends that do Mary Kay purchases, you know, through me, and then they're, you know, added in there as a friend of a friend or whatever.
So when you're saying group, do you mean your professional page, like your VIP page? Or a
Yeah,
group?
so it's just my VIP page is
Okay.
just a group page. It's a group on Facebook.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And it's private, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is private.
Okay.
it's much like our inspired area page.
Yes.
Area, right? Okay.
Yep. Only instead of an actual page, it's, yeah, a group, a private group.
I've never done a page. I've always had groups, so I'm still
Yeah.
new to wrapping my brain around the page part.
Yeah, our group, our inspired area is a group, basically. And it's, they have to be invited in or accepted in by answering some questions, you know. But we have,
Yeah.
I think, a couple different admins on it. I think you guys can add people. And then the Glamour Girls one, I know that we talked at the retreat about doing some special things with that. Any updates on that, Kelly? I know I've dropped the ball on it.
No, you haven't dropped the ball. I haven't dropped the ball per se. I'm trying to get a bunch of it streamlined a little better so it'll be regular posts. And that's some of the stuff we're gonna talk about next week
Okay.
too.
Okay.
And then we can go live in that. So the point of that one, for anybody who doesn't know, is we're wanting to have one kind of main area that we can all participate in and all of our customers can go in it. And so like our Future Inspired page is just for us as consultants. And then we have the Glamour Girls page, which is for our customers. And so then when we do lives or we do different postings in that, we can all participate and take, make comments, help the algorithms and that kind of stuff, because then there's going to be way more traffic in that one to boost it. So that one will be like the one that we go live on when we have guest events.
And we changed the name of that, right, to the Inspired Beauty Lounge, I think?
Yeah, I think it's called the Beauty Lounge, or yeah, I'll find out. I'll look it up and then I'll screenshot it to
Okay.
you guys all on Voxer.
Okay, we changed, it's called Inspired Beauty Lounge, and the same people that were in there before, if you guys already invited customers in there, they're still in there. We just changed the name of it, but you can continue to invite customers in. And the whole idea from this at the retreat, just to recap really quick, is if we get a lot of people in that one group and lots of engagement, then our customers are going to, that are in it are going to get notified whenever there's things going on and lives and posts. And when we're commenting, putting hearts and things, it'll get a lot more engagement than it would if it was just each of our individual pages. Of course, you're going to want to do your own thing with your VIP group too. But this would be, this is when we used to do like guest events and virtual or in person, and we would go live. The Glamour Girls event page is what we used to use. We changed the name. And so Kelly's got some ideas for that.
I do. And I have tonight's inspirational close. So when we're ready, if everybody's done with questions, I'm ready for that.
Great job, Kelly Moore. That was so awesome. I'm really impressed.
Yes,
Excited
great
to try
job.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
She's pretty awesome.
Thanks.
So I got to call Mary Kay today myself for a question that I was working on for Sandy and I. And while I was on hold, I had, of course, when you call in Mary Kay, you listen to her talking on hold. And the one that came up today, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for tonight's inspirational close. So she was talking about the geese and the formation that when they fly in like a V formation, and one side is longer than the other side. I've never actually looked at birds flying to know that that is how it works. But apparently when birds are flying and they're in a V formation, one side is longer than the other side. And the point of that is specifically aerodynamically, when they're grouped together and supporting each other, they're 71% more efficient to fly in that formation than they would just be a bunch of them all flying on their own. So when you take that into like the Mary Kay world and us as our group and our friends and our, our sisterhood tribe, that's kind of how she related it back to us, was we are the birds in the V formation, and we're all here supporting each other and we're all helping each other. And then that together boosts all of us up by 71% instead of just doing our own stuff, on our own by ourselves. And so it was just kind of neat. And then she segued into how her favorite poem was the On Silver Wings. And so I was just gonna, and then the other part she said about it is, sometimes if one of the birds gets tired, they move into the back of the formation and another one goes up front and takes over for them. And when you're seeing birds flying, and if you hear them making noises or doing their honking kind of a thing, that's supposed to be them encouraging each other to keep going and keep being strong, just like we encourage each other to, keep going and be strong. We're stronger together in our V formation. And so I'm just going to finish it with reading her the poem On Silver Wings. On silver wings she comes to me, through darkness and despair, white clouds upon her shoulders draped and stars within her hair, with words of truth upon her lips and morning in her care, not knowing why she calls to me when all has gone to gray. She sings to me in colors pure to usher in the day. Her song it tries to give me strength, but hope has lost its way. She beckons now with silent eyes, my sorrow in her thought. The night has come with cold embrace, such havoc I have wrought. A maze of darkness descending now, in webs of fate I'm caught. The shadows come to take me back, and know I can't hold true. They sense I'm weak and take their fill. Lost fears creep into view. With crooked gape and cavern vast, my fall begins anew. She senses now this queen of light, the darkness closing fast, and reaches out to comfort me with stories of the past. She wraps me up in robes of sun. The time has come at last. Her warmth, it has a hold on me, but shadow's lure is strong. The loneliness and bitter chill, I've known it for so long. When faith was gone and valor too, it played a siren song. I question now which way to turn. My thoughts are torn asunder. The light, the dark, the nevermore. Which way is right, I wonder. With quiet strength she sings to me, but current holds me under. This doesn't sound right.
It's not the same one.
That's not the same one.
Yeah, this on Silver Wings, it's a different one.
I have it
Sorry.
right here.
That was a
You
little.
have it,
weird.
April?
I just pulled it up because I was like, I don't know what poem that
Premonition.
is. It's beautiful, but it's not Mary Kay's.
A dream of your accomplishments of many wondrous things. I do
On
not.
silver wings, I have a premonition that soars on silver wings. It is a dream of your accomplishments of many wondrous things. I do not know beneath which sky or where you'll challenge fate. I only know it will be high. I only know it will be great.
I was like, that's way too long. I know it was way longer than that.
But
Yeah.
but we understood where you were going. Your heart was in the right place.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it was.
That
And
one
it
was just
is a
little
perfect
weird.
ending.
Oh, well, great job, you guys, tonight. Thanks for staying on, everybody. Thank you, Kelly. Excited too for next week. Get registered for Career Conference, everybody.
Yes.
Bye,
And
And if you,
everybody.
And then
bye.
Have a great night.
have a good night, everybody. We have marketing opportunities.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you so much. Great job, both of you, everybody.
Thank you.
Great job. You're a pro, Kelly.
Thanks.
So good. So good. You
Bye.
didn't even seem nervous at all.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Have an awesome week.
You too.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.